This EFT is not to get rid of fear. We're not using this EFT to become fearless or trying to convince ourselves that everything is okay. We're tapping to create space between what we're feeling and what we're believing, because fear can be present without being true. And that distinction changes everything. So we'll start with our karate chop. Even though fear keeps showing up, and sometimes I mistake it for truth, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though part of me believes every fearful thought that appears, I honor how hard my mind has been trying to protect me. And I choose to become curious instead. Even though these fears can feel so convincing, I am open to remembering that feelings are real, but they're not always true. Even though I've been convinced again and again that these feelings are true, I still deeply love, honor, forgive, and respect myself. This fear, it's a very familiar fear. It shows up and loops in my head and in my body again and again, even when I feel like I've worked through it. My mind jumps into the stories. What if it doesn't work? What if I'm behind? What if I'm missing something that I have to know? What if I never get there? And what if I never become who I could be? What if the struggle never ends? What if I fail? Everyone around me thinks I'm a failure. And what if they're right? This fear feels real. It feels urgent in my body. And it feels like it wants all of my attention. And so I notice it. Sometimes I don't just feel the fear. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I treat it like it's a prediction, like it's evidence. I treat it like it's the certainty that I'm looking for. I treat it like it's the future written in stone. The fear shows up, and suddenly it becomes reality. And it's not because it's true. It's because I stop questioning it. I stop observing it. And I stop creating space around it. I forget that it's simply a thought. A frightened thought, trying to protect me. My mind is actually trying to help. My mind can't help but want certainty. My mind can't help but want guarantees. My mind wants to prevent disappointment, and it wants to keep me safe. Thank you, mind. Thank you for trying so hard. Thank you for caring so much. Thank you for working so hard. But right now, you don't have to carry this alone. And I need you to understand that you are not the authority. I can feel fear without becoming fear. I can hear fear without obeying fear. I can notice fear without believing fear. My body is still here with me. And my breath is always still here with me. And my wisdom that deepens every day is still here with me. This fear is not my identity. The fear is not my future, and it's not my authority. It's simply passing through on this day, and I can let it pass through. What if I don't need to solve this right now? What if I don't actually need proof right now? And what if I don't actually need certainty right now? What if I can trust myself, even while fear is present? What if I can remain connected to myself while things unfold? What if self-trust is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to keep listening beneath it? I am learning to trust myself, and I have patience with myself in that. I'm learning to trust my body, and I love that about me. I'm learning to trust what I know and come back to it in every moment, even when fear shows up with an opinion. And so I release the need to make fear a prediction. And I release the need to treat every fearful thought as truth. And so I thank my mind for trying to protect me. And so I return to my body. And so I remember where my authority lives. And so I allow fear to be present without letting it lead. And so I remain connected to myself while things unfold. And so the fear showed up, and I stopped treating it like the truth. Take a deep breath in and let it out. As always, noticing what feels a little different here, and remembering to come back to this EFT whenever you feel that coming in and you feel like you're losing control or connection to yourself.